Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to make a skull house in Minecraft. This one is definitely for the people who love Halloween. Obviously, I should have built this yesterday, but I told you guys that I wasn't actually supposed to be making a video. So yeah, this house is definitely great for Halloween. So, trust me guys. I know, it is a little bit late, but we're still doing it. Anyway, so before we actually get started with this spooky tutorial, please do remember to check out my Real Life Things playlist linked down below this video. And also don't forget to ask me some questions for my Q&A, which will be present in about 15 days or so. So just remind you guys to make sure you actually do that. Anyway, so here are the materials which you're going to be needing to actually make this spooky house. You will need some light gray wool, some cobwebs, some torches, some oak wood, some oak wood slabs, oak wood planks, oak wood fence, and oak wood stairs. Now, those oak wood things that I've just said, it's actually great for actually building this, like, I should say, make sure that you actually built this if you're planning to build a nearby bridge. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Once you got those materials, and once you figured out you want to make it, oh, I'll be making it right here. We're going to want to start off by doing, we first want to make out some land. For me, I am planning to make, let's see, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I'm actually going to make mine like a 6x6. Obviously, I'm going to be turning this into a house. So, you might want to dig out some land before you actually begin this build. And also, it's going to be a little bit more taller than the skull itself will be a little bit more taller. But we'll have to deal with what we've got. We'll deal with a 4x6 for that way and 6 that way. Anyway, so once you got this material, and once you figured out how you're going to make this, we're going to want to start off by doing some steps here. These steps are actually meant to start right here. I'm going to make a, like, somewhat very similar like this. So here is how this wants to work. This actually wants to work. And yes, I'm going to have to clear that land up. Alright, so once you got those prepared now, we're going to do this. So make like 3 rows until you feel like it's correct. I think this is definitely correct. Alright, good. Once you got that figured out, we're going to go to this bottom steps here, and unfortunately I let it out more water, which is bad news. We're going to start off by doing, we're going to do 6. Hey, you do not want, hey, get off of my property. I should probably make this to make sure that there's no squids coming out. So, anyway, you want to go up by 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. We're going to go ahead and go right by 1. Do a up left diagonal, go up by 2. Then you want to do a up right diagonal. And we want to go right by 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do a bottom right diagonal. You want to go down by 2. Actually, we want to go down by 3. Right, to actually match up with that line. It's crucial. You then want to go left by 2. And then you want to go down by 4. That's 1, 2, 3, and that'll be 4. Should be like. And the good news is that we can clear out this excess land. And we can have it like that. So we can have a 2x2. Like the stairs can be 2x2. But honestly, we were actually supposed to go ahead and go 1x1. Alright, so then we could just go down by the floor that we need, which will connect back. Okay, good. We got that planned out. Now we have to make sure that we have a couple of good details to this thing. Because you know me, I'm definitely into the details of this thing. Right? So, here's what we want to do. We want to... Alright. Let's make a couple of changes. That was actually correct, what I just calculated. So, alright, so we don't just have that, and then we don't have to work on this area. We're fine with this. You know what? I'm definitely fine with what I've got here. So, but yeah, just make it to where you feel like it is definitely possible for you. Sometimes it may not be, sometimes it will. So, you want to make sure you have something that should look like this. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable with this thing around. So, let's just go get rid of this. Honestly, that needs to be cleared. We have to close off the waterways back there, which is actually going to be kind of hard. Alright. There's supposed to be no water coming down. Good. Alright. So, that is how we want it. Now, what else get ready to say now is that we can take these blocks right here, these middle blocks, and do something like this. So, a row of 4 directly underneath. Take the 4 middle blocks underneath this top row and extend them down. We could do that for this one as well. Yeah. We got that. Now, you want to do kind of an out, like a diagonal going in towards your house, and you want to do like a 2x2 like this. Right. So, we kind of got that taken care of, but here's one problem. We have this. So, what you kind of want to do now is that you want to literally like trace around your entire thing here. And you want to try to stay like one row above, if you know what I mean. So, we want to do that until we feel like it's good enough. Which, good enough, in my terms, means that there's no contact outside. And make sure that it's actually awesome to my so, right. So that's one layer. We could do another layer, and so forth, until we feel like it's correct. So I guess for me, I only got about like 3 more layers. So do this until you see no contact. Alright? And you want to go outwards by 1, so. And yes, yours will kind of look big, obviously. But just make sure that you actually make this to where it looks like a skull. My technique will definitely help you on succeeding that, believe it or not. So, alright, we can just do that. Then we could just bring this down. Get down by 1. And then boom. Alright. And then we can do this so on and so on until we get to where we succeeded our goals. And that's the entire point here, guys. So you guys know. We will cover up the rest later on when we get to the cobweb thing and all that other miscellaneous stuff. Right, so I know, it will definitely take a second or two, because you know me, that, like I said, does take a little while. And my point here is that I tried to explain it as the best as I could. Alright, so we can just fill out that bottom. Alright, so you kind of wonder how something that should look like this. That definitely does look perfect. Right. Now what we just need to do is that we need to cover up the contact in, like, nature. So cover that area up without blocking the entrance with some light gray wool. And once you feel like that it is completely covered from the nature, you can proceed to this next step. Right? This will obviously take just a couple seconds or so, because it is obviously, depending on where you are, it will take a second or two. And we want to do that up here as well. Like I said, just cover it up until you see really nothing, right? So you want to have something that should look like this. That looks actually kind of cool. So, and then we can just like go ahead and you know how that works. So. But yeah, it really doesn't matter. It just needs a cover up. So you kind of want to have something that should look like this. Perfect. Once you got that taken care of, I can tell you guys the next step. And the next step is I think we're going to be applying the cobweb stuff. If you know what I'm talking about. That's definitely the next thing we need to take care of. Actually, yeah. That's actually what we need to take care of first. So, how we're going to do this is that you need to place some cobwebs right here, like this. Just to make it look spooky. And you know I love spooky, so make sure you cover up those eyes with some spider webs, like that. Something else you might want to do. You might want to do this. Alright, so you can do that. There we go. That looks a lot better. The next thing we can do is we can make like an entrance made out of cobweb, like that. That would definitely look a lot more awesomer. And then what we can do is we can just like cover this area up. That's just miscellaneous crap. So we don't need to be covering. We need to be covering that area up because no one wants to try to peek in there. Do they? I'm pretty sure not. Alright, so once you've gotten your skull design taken care of, we can actually start making the bridge. And the bridge is actually quite fun. So we might have to let out some of our water friends to try to flood this place up. And then we could just like, we can actually do something like this. The walkway doesn't really matter, so here's what we can do next. We can take out our oak wood and we can run some wood until we go to the other side, like this. It'll definitely kind of work out, because, so, you want to make somewhere around like this, if you know what I'm talking about. Just like make some lines like that. And then we can take our oak wood planks and we can just like go ahead and run some oak wood planks that fill in that little spot right there with some oak wood planks. And then what we'll be doing next is we'll be putting on some oak wood fence and eventually going to be adding some pillars like that. However, I will have to do a separate video on that. That will be hopefully in a little bit. So, alright, that's what I'll be doing the bridge, okay? Thank you really much for watching this Skull House, the exterior. Don't forget to check out my interior video and subscribe. Peace.